Number 20 on our list is Cher. Cher started her solo career back in 1965. She released 26 studio albums, her biggest being Believe from 1998. She scored 4 #1 hit singles in her long career. To date, Cher has sold over 100 million records worldwide. Number 19 on our list is Australian superstar Olivia Newton-John. She started her career back in 1961. Her biggest studio album is Physical from 1981, and of course, being part of Grease soundtrack, one of the most successful albums of all time, sold over 38 million copies. She scored 5 #1 hit singles and sold over 100 million records worldwide. Number 18 on our list is Dionne Warwick. Dionne started her career back in 1962 and released since 38 studio albums. Dionne ranks second as the most charted female solo artist with 69 singles during the rock era. She has sold over 110 million records worldwide. Number 17 on our list is legendary Diana Ross. Miss Ross the Boss started her solo career back in 1917, and as solo artist she sold over 110 million records. She released 24 studio albums, with her 1980 album Diana being her biggest one. She scored 6 #1 hit singles alone. Number 16 on our list is Pink. Pink started her career back in 2000. She released 8 studio albums, her biggest one being Misunderstood from 2001. She scored 4 #1 hit singles, her biggest being Just Give Me a Reason. She sold to date 115 million records worldwide. Number 15 on our list is Beyonce. Beyonce started her solo career back in 2002. She released 6 studio albums, her biggest one being Dangerously in Love from 2003. She scored 6 #1 hit singles alone and sold around 120 million records worldwide. Number 14 on our list is Adele. Adele released 3 studio albums. She started her career in 2008, her biggest one being 21 that sold over 36 million copies. She scored 4 #1 hit singles, her biggest hit being Rolling in the Deep. She sold over 120 million records worldwide. Number 13 on our list is Queen of Disco, Donna Summer. The 70s queen released 17 albums, her biggest one being Bad Girls from 1979. She scored 4 #1 hit singles, biggest one being Hot Stuff and Bad Girl. She sold over 140 million records worldwide. Number 12 on our list is Katy Perry. Katy released 5 studio albums, her biggest one being The Teenage Dream. She scored astonishing 9 #1 hit singles, her biggest one being Dark Horse that sold alone over 13 million copies worldwide. Katy sold over 145 million records. Number 11 on our list is the Princess of Pop, Britney Spears. Britney started her career back in 1999. She released 9 studio albums, Baby One More Time being the biggest one that sold between 25 and 30 million copies. Britney has 5 #1 hit singles, Baby One More Time being the biggest one. She has sold over 150 million records. Number 10 on our list is Barbra Streisand. Streisand started her career back in 1962. To date, she released 36 albums, 11 of them being #1, more than any other female artist. Her album Guilty from 1980 being her most successful one and sold over 20 million copies worldwide. She scored 5 #1 hit singles and sold over 150 million records. Number 9 on our list is dance queen Janet Jackson. Janet started her career in 1982. She released 11 studio albums, her biggest one being Rhythm Nation 1814 and Janet from 1993 that sold over 20 million copies. Janet scored 10 #1 hit singles. She sold to date approximately 160 million records. Number 8 on our list is Lady Gaga. Gaga started her career with a bang in 2008 with first of 5 studio album, The Fame, that sold over 15 million copies. Lady Gaga scored 4 #1 hit singles, most successful ones being Bad Romance that sold over 12 million copies and Poker Face over 14. Lady Gaga sold over 175 million records. Number 7 on our list is Queen of Rock and Roll, Tina Turner. Tina started her solo career back in 1974, and to date she released 10 studio albums, her biggest one being Break Every Rule and Monumental Private Dancer from 1984 that sold over 20 million copies. Tina approximately sold 180 million records worldwide. Number 6 on our list is Taylor Swift. Taylor started her career back in 2006. She released 7 studio albums. Her most successful albums are Fearless, that sold over 12 million copies, and 1989, that sold over 10 million. Swift scored 5 #1 hit singles, her biggest one being Shake It Off and Blank Space. Taylor Swift sold approximately 200 million records worldwide, according to Billboard, as of 2020. Number 5 on our list is The Voice, Whitney Houston. Houston started her career back in 1984. She released 7 studio albums. Her debut album from 1985 has sold over 30 million copies worldwide, making it her best-selling studio album. Her biggest success, of course, was The Bodyguard, that sold over 45 million copies. She scored 11 #1 hit singles, the biggest one being I Will Always Love You, sold over 20 million copies, making it the best-selling female single in history. She has sold 200 million records worldwide, according to Billboard, as of 2020. Number 4 on our list is the songbird supreme, Mariah Carey. Mariah released 15 studio albums from 1990 to date, her biggest one being The Music Box that sold over 32 million copies. Mariah scored 19 #1 hit singles in her career, more than any other solo artist in history. Mariah's most successful song is her Christmas classic, All I Want for Christmas Is You. Mariah Carey sold over 220 million records worldwide. Number 3 on our list is the Queen of Power Ballads, Celine Dion. Celine Dion started her career back in 1981. Since then, she released 27 studio albums. Her biggest albums are Let's Talk About Love, that sold over 31 million copies, and Falling Into You, that has sold over 32 million copies. She scored 4 #1 hit singles, My Heart Will Go On being her biggest hit, and sold over 15 million copies. Celine Dion, according to Billboard, has sold over 250 million records worldwide. Number 2 on our list is Rihanna. Rihanna released 8 studio albums, her biggest ones being Good Girl Gone Bad and Loud. Rihanna scored 14 #1 hit singles, and her biggest one being Love the Way You Lie sold over 13 million copies, and We Found Love that sold over 11. Rihanna is the best-selling artist of the digital era, with sales over 200 certified units. She has sold over 270 million records worldwide, according to Billboard. Number 1 on our list is the Queen of Pop, Madonna. Madonna started her career back in 1983. She released 17 studio albums. Her best-selling album is True Blue from 1986. Her best-selling album is her compilation album, The Immaculate Collection, that has sold over 30 million copies. Madonna scored 12 #1 hit singles. Recognized as the world's best-selling female recording artist of all time by the Guinness World of Records, Madonna has accumulated a total record sales of more than 300 million records worldwide. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe, follow me on my Instagram account, and support our channel by becoming a patron on Patreon, and with a bunch of rewards help us creating together a great content with your favorite artists. Bye.